really have been realizing through like doing these interviews, like that I just didn't realize how cool that shit was because we kind of got made fun of for it, you know? Like we didn't get love for being emo or a scene kid or a fucking weirdo or at these shows obsessed with bands, obsessing over bands. We didn't get love for that. So I didn't know how cool it was until it got embraced again, bro. To be honest, like thank you to the world for embracing again because I didn't know how cool my life was growing up. And obviously you can tell by the way I'm talking, I am not no fucking poser when it comes to this shit. I know this shit like I'm a damn dictionary for it. I really was there. Hello, my name is Mod Sun, and this is the alternative history of Mod Sun. It's just so suiting that I'm talking to you because I mean, like, I am a true, like, kid from the scene. I mean, that was my first love, was being front row to all these bands that no one had heard of. You know what I'm saying? And that scene, you know what I'm talking about when I say scene. Like, if I was on an interview with any other platform, when I'm saying scene, I really have to explain it. Y'all know what the fuck I mean. The scene. I was a scene kid and I started in those crowds and then went to the stage and started playing in bands like that. Fresh out of high school, started touring around in a 15-passenger van, sleeping on floors every night, playing for no money. Part of the scene. So like that's where I came from. Like I strayed so far from that to kind of come right back to the start. My new song Karma is a perfect example of the kind of music that got me started into making music. But for the last, like, I would say 2.5, almost 3 years now, I've been making songs that are me singing and guitar driven. This new era though is really defined by the fact that I'm finally back on drums. So I mean, that's the biggest thing. I started in music playing drums. I was in a band called The Semester. That was my first band, straight pop punk band. Then I was in a band called 4 Letter Lie, straight post-hardcore band. Then I was in a band called Scary Kids Scaring Kids, which is just an iconic band. It's hard to even put them in a box. At the end of Scary Kids Scaring Kids was definitely almost like a more alternative band that was really gonna take over the world. But they started as, yeah, like the epitome of a post-hardcore band. So like, I'm finally bringing drums to Mod Sun songs, and like, I think it could have been the missing ingredient this whole time. I was front row at Fall Out Boy's first show outside of Chicago. The Quest Ascot Room, Fall Out Boy's first show. They were opening for American Hi-Fi in the early November, okay? And Ace Troubleshooter, okay? So check it out. They play, this is mp3.com days, by the way, too. This is not pure volume yet. They play, "Where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman." Dude, I'm singing it a cappella with Patrick Stump. And they stop the song. Pete Wentz, Joe, and Patrick Stump come up to me and go, "How do you know this song?" Okay, that's legitimately how brand new they were at that point. That night, the early November ended up staying at my house. My mom was the cool mom. Like how I got cracked into the whole scene and being able to get out of my city was that my mom would tell me, go to the shows and you can tell the band that you want that they can stay at our house and they can drink the whole liquor cabinet. They can take over the house. And then when you go to school in the morning and I go to work, they can stay in the house. My mom was so trusting and cool, bro. She knew how much I loved this music. And like, the early November was the first big band to stay at my house. And I have a VHS of them playing "Ever So Sweet, You Faked It." No, hold on. It was Sunday Drive. He played fucking Sunday Drive in my living room, bro. And the next day I woke up and went to school as a 9th grader. Legitimately. Like that was, I mean, that was pretty much as finger on the pulse of no one knowing who the fuck someone was and watching them take over. That being said, same thing for All American Rejects. I watched them play with Motion City Soundtrack, who was from my city. I watched Motion City Soundtrack play for 5 people in a place called Fireball Cafe, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Motion City Soundtrack, their album release party for I Am a Movie. Let me tell you, they weren't on Epitaph yet. They sold their first album for I Am a Movie in a floppy disk case. I have it, bro. Probably only 150 of them pressed. I was at their CD release show. Okay? Like, again, bro, just seeing this shit. All American Rejects became really good friends with Motion City Soundtrack. Motion City Soundtrack brought them to Minnesota. I watched them play Swing Swing for like the first fucking time. Like, bro, for real, man. Like at the start of all this. I'm a style kid at heart, so I can kind of tell you chronological order of like the cracking off of this whole shit. Gabe Saporta from Midtown, who most of the world knows as from Cobra Starship and other stuff, but fucking Midtown, that's how we know Gabe. I think he was one of the first people I ever saw wear diesel jeans, which were the only tight-fitting male jeans at the time. And these fucking jeans, to us broke scene kids, were expensive, bro, like $300 a pair. So seeing Gabe set off this whole, and I mean, like, Gabe is from New Jersey, right? So, like, Gabe and all that East Coast, the early November, all of them, like, when we couldn't afford diesel jeans, what we did is we straight up went and started buying girls' jeans. I mean, that's literally what happened, is we bought girls' jeans because we couldn't afford diesel jeans. And the whole aesthetic of tight-fitting jeans happened right there. Shout out New Jersey. Shout out Drive Thru Records. Shout out that whole movement. Like, we started wearing tight-ass jeans. And, like, I swear, I don't think I'm wrong, but I think it was Gabe who really started that shit. And I'll never forget telling him that. And him being like, man, thanks for noticing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he really pushed that, bro. He was one of the most fashionable motherfuckers, like, ever. Again, like, the New Jersey dudes, like, bringing scarves to the game, bro. All of a sudden, we're wearing scarves with T-shirts. And, like, we don't even got to go into the whole, like, wearing extra small. Like, that was obvious. We started wearing small T-shirts as tight as we could fit in them. Me, I was like originally, I was a Blink kid to start. So like before my really scene thing, I was a Blink kid. So like I was in Dickies and Famous Stars and Straps and all that, super skater kid. And then, yeah, that New Jersey shit cracked off, Drive Thru Records, man. And all of a sudden we were in girls jeans, extra small T-shirts, wearing scarves, dyeing our hair half and half. And also like, yo, all of a sudden the scene got like really pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Our hair started looking good. We was like, really on some style shit. And, you know, like, okay, Dashboard Confessional bringing in like the ring tees, you know what I'm saying? The tight ring tees. And then we started getting the double fucking band tattoos, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can just tell you the whole chronological order of like how the style happened. And then of course we changed the world and all of a sudden guys' jeans were offered in a fit that was like a girl's jean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we changed fashion, bro. We brought those motherfucking spiked, those little goddamn belts, the spiked fucking belts. We brought those motherfuckers to the mainstream, bro. For me, of course, Travis Barker, style-wise, like, I think he wanted us all to get job stoppers, which were getting tattoos on your hands or getting anything on your neck that would stop you from getting a job. Travis pushed that. Yo, the starting line, like, I'll never forget the starting line with the bleached hair with the fucking shit up in the front and the tight puka shell necklace. Oh my God, bro. Like, I'll never forget those moments. So he always pushed it for me. Gabe always pushed it for me. I'm trying to think of like someone else like that really had this style shit down. Whose hair was I always fucking with? Like, yo, My American Heart always had the greatest hair, bro. They had the greatest hair, bro. I love those motherfuckers. They became good friends of mine too. Isn't that funny, bro? Shout out My American Heart. Holy shit. That was my first favorite Pure Volume band. When Pure Volume came around, My American Heart was on the front of Pure Volume, and that's what got me into Photoshop. That's another scene. There we go. Scene kids. We fucking invented all of y'all knowing how to start a business with making your own t-shirts, with getting Photoshop, making your own designs, and learning HTML code. We did that. We did that. That was still at the start of being made fun of for being on the internet. So when you added into, I'm making websites and t-shirts, you were a fucking geek to the mainstream. And we fucking did that, dude. We did that. Like, we don't even have to get started on how, like, we did this shit when 56K was a thing. And we literally got made fun of by our parents. Get off the fucking internet. I need to use the phone. Go out and be a kid with your friends. Yo, yeah, okay, mom, well, your job wouldn't exist anymore without the internet. Us scene kids were right. Always right. We invented the selfie. Don't fucking play me. We invented the selfie and y'all all know it. You all know it. Not Kim Kardashian, not Paris Hilton. I love you, Paris, but scene kids invented the selfie. My American Heart brought logo and illustrate, like, they made bands need to step it up and do their own marketing. As far as I'm concerned, when Pure Volume hit, all of a sudden you could buy these banners, bro. And you had to design these banners to a certain dimension that we had never heard of, bro. We had to figure all this shit out. We had to figure out how to hyperlink it to your page. It was fucking hard, man. It really was. This was the start of the internet. There was no Google for that shit yet. There was no, how do I do this on Pure Volume? No, there wasn't, really, I swear. Like, just uploading a song back then was really fucking difficult. And like, yo, I'll never forget designing all these bands' t-shirts after a while and designing my band's album covers. Whereas, like, prior to that time, like, if you didn't have a label, you didn't have any design. You didn't have an album cover. You didn't have a t-shirt. You didn't have a flyer. Like, you thought that you had to have all these other people do it for you, which, like, we really took that DIY to the internet, which was like, okay, now we're not just going to touch our town, our city. We're going to touch the whole world and try to get our name on everything. Like, bro, oh my God, remember Bleeding Star clothing? Do you remember that clothing line? Do you remember how next level it was when we saw that Photoshop work? Do you remember that moment? Y'all had ads for Bleeding Star, but do you remember how next level that motherfucker's design work was? It just taught me this, like, stop being embarrassed, dude. Like, embrace the fact that you are so lucky to be sparked by something, that something has taken your life over. Music took my life over. It went from Blink-182 to Sum 41 to Newfound Glory, which led me to Drive Through Records, which then led me to, like, Acceptance and Name Taken, and then which led me to The Bled, which led me to Alkaline Trio. I used to take a Sharpie and draw the fucking heart logo with the skull on my arm in the same spot every day and tell everyone it was a fucking tattoo. Okay? From Here to Infirmary changed my whole existence, dude. My whole existence in a fucking blink of an eye, dude. When I saw Matt Skiba perform on that late night fucking show, I don't remember which one, Conan, and he had the pink guitar with the leopard strap, I was like, we just broke through, dude. We just broke the fuck through. Like, dude, I can't believe I'm just talking about Alkaline Trio now on this. That band changed my whole existence, bro. Straight the fuck up, changed it. Dude, Armor for Sleep. You know what album I'm talking about. What to Do in Your Dead or whatever. Jesus, bro. The Movie Life. Fucking Vinny in The Movie Life. What a fucking way to take hardcore and shit like that on stage and make it pop punk, bro. Come on, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Like, and I'm kind of reverse. Because of those bands, then I found the Smiths. Like, because of certain bands literally saying Morrissey and shit like that. Oh my God. Obviously, I mean, you guys should just know, Taking Back Sunday, obviously that first album changed my life. Like, I'll never forget, like, ripping that album off the internet and, like, having, like, horrible quality of half the album and still jamming that motherfucker as loud as I could. Like, but those bands introduced me to Morrissey, introduced me to Sex Pistols, introduced me to Dead Boys, introduced me to all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Introduced me to Elliott Smith. Like, honestly, like, that's the beauty of it is usually you think, like, oh, you start from the base and work up. But it's like those bands always had this beautiful thing about them that they shouted out where they came from. It's just beautiful because, like, I grew into the shoes that, like, I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really did. All these memories are something that was kind of locked away inside my head and taken very lightly, and not necessarily embarrassed about it, but just not understanding how fucking awesome it was, man. You know, like, shout out Newfound Glory and shit like that, and Taking Back Sunday for going through the last 8 years while this whole genre was kind of in not a standstill, not anything like that. Always great music being made, but we didn't know where it was going. It was a question mark. And now I think we all can tell that this whole resurgence is, like, here. It's really here. And, like, thank you to those fucking bands and all the other bands that have been making this music. Like, Real Friends. I love that fucking band, man. Like, great fucking songs. Like, shout out all those bands that, like, kept pushing for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Warped Tour as a kid, but when I played Warped Tour, I was rapping on it, you know? And shout out to the bands that didn't change. I think that's fucking rad. I'm glad that I, you know, took my whole crazy journey to get to where I am right now. But like, I just have the utmost love for all the bands that kept it solid, man. It was the end of the garage bands, man. It really was. I mean, the computer took over the next day, you know? Like, it really was. It was like, that was the last time that 5 friends got together and had to be together to make music. From that point on, you know, once we got Panic at the Disco and realized that we could start programming shit, and Matt Squire, shout out Matt Squire, little genius motherfucking producer, like, you know, he made us all believe that, like, not him particularly, all these bands, but definitely Panic at the Disco had a big part of that whole bringing in other elements into your music. And once that took off, man, oh my God, Something Corporate. I can't believe I haven't said Something Corporate yet. Oh, Kavanaugh Park changed my fucking whole entire life, dude. Holy shit. I could cry right now talking about Kavanaugh Park. Man, that kid made fucking love look cool. And we are, oh my God. I've met my idols 10 times over. I've met the top tier of whatever A-list shit is. I'm a fucking fanboy around Travis, and that's it. I can't get it right, bro. I try to be cool around him, but I'm not. I'm sitting there like, that's the Adam song kid over there. That's, oh my God. Can you play Mutt? Can you play the intro of Mutt? You know how many times I've told him to go, I'm like, play Mutt, play Mutt, play Mutt. Like, bro, he's just like, shut up sometimes, bro. I swear to God. But at the same time, he knows how true to it I am. Like, he knows I am the epitome of a Famous Stars and Straps kid. Like, 100%, bro. I have stuff that Travis doesn't have of Famous Stars and Straps. I have items from that long ago that he's like, bro, I lost that and I can't find it. Like, it's crazy. Like, so he lets me be me, man, which is like, I think he enjoys it. But at the same time, like, I'll never forget, like, the first times hanging out. Like, the first time I hung out with him, fucking, like, Tim Armstrong was in the room, I think, or something. And I'm like, this is like 4 or 5 years ago, Mod. Long ass hair, just like, ah! And like, dude, couldn't have been in more opposite room between me and him, and then Travis in the middle of us, and it was just like legendary. But like, dude, the first thing I did when I moved to California was buy one of Travis's Cadillacs. Literally within the first couple days of moving to LA, went and bought one of his Cadillacs so I could drive around in that motherfucker like dreams come true, you know? So I'm, hey, bro. I have no reason to play cool guy. Trav knows I'm a fucking fan, bro. Like, Kels is like my best friend. Is as close as a best friend you could get. He's my brother. It's family. So like, with this new music, you know, I listen to Kels very heavily. I listen to his opinion. He keeps it ultra real with me. And this is like the first time I've really allowed other people to enter what I'm doing and be like, yo, that's the best shit. Like, that's amazing. That's not it. Do more of this. You know, he was really pushing me like, Mod, like, I want to hear your voice in a way that is so genuine. I want you to take out all of this accent that you have, or all of this everything. I want you to strip yourself, pretend you have no tattoos, pretend you just shaved your head, you're wearing no fucking clothes. How can you be that person through your music? How can you be 100% authentic? And like, he doesn't go, now here's the answer. He's like, go find that. Go do that. And I would listen to him, bro. And it was the first time ever. I've always felt like I had the answer, but like, I just at a certain point, Kels was like, I've known you for 10 years, bro. I see you this way, and I want the world to see you through the eyes that I see you. And so him specifically, bro, like with Karma, for instance, I was like, yo, here's like this, I made like 4 songs the other day, like check these out. And I played him Karma, and he was like, that's the first song you're releasing. Like, you're releasing that song first, and I don't even want to hear you talk about maybe doing something else. That's the song, take a swing. That's the best Mod Sun song I've ever heard, and that's what I want the world to hear from you. And then that turned into him ending up directing the video and bringing me into a whole other world inside my head for this video. And so, I mean, just with him, like that's how it is. Like, me and Youngblood aren't really like that, you know what I'm saying? We're in a circle of friends together and shit, but like, I don't be sending him songs. He don't be sending me songs like that. I'm a fan of Youngblood. He's cool as hell. Travis is the GOAT to me. So like I've got to work with Travis on a few of my own songs that'll be coming like 2021 and stuff like that. But it's really just me trying to within that little circle right there. I would say like we're all at different spectrums of this shit. Like me, I'm a super literally scene kid. Like I'm older than these motherfuckers. I was really a scene kid. So like Kelis was really like like an outcast, but also had like a very vast listening spectrum, like into Limp Bizkit and shit like that. And then Youngblood, like I like he just like, you know, punk from England, like, right? So we all kind of just like have a different end of the spectrum, with Travis being the center pivotal thing. So I think we all have like this different little way to pay homage to where we came from, you know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, I just like to serve, bro. So like, I just try not to stay silent and just throw out ideas, really, you know? That's why it's so fun, man. Like playing drums finally on this shit. I can't believe I've been holding that back, because like when I say like dude, I'm fucking nasty at drums. Like, I'm really good. Like if I'm good at anything else I do, I'm exceptional at drums. Really, I am. Just a natural at that shit. I work really hard. And you'll see, like you'll be able to see when this video comes out, you'll see it's not no game. And like when this album comes out, you'll hear me drumming and playing really well. And like it just adds that different energy that, like, you know, I don't think I can add that energy through a piano or a guitar. That I can. And I'm great at piano, I'm great at guitar, I'm pretty good at guitar, I'm great at piano, but like I can just add something to a song with drums that I can't do with anything else, man. The reason I got a drum set for Christmas one year was because of the band Hanson, 100%. My sister was obsessed with the band Hanson. These little fucking kids are playing in an arena. I'm like, I was a sports kid up until then. And I'm like, I don't see any 9-year-olds playing in fucking the NHL. Just right there, separated. I was like, this music thing, there might be something going on there. Like, so I got this drum set and I sat behind it and I banged on it a little bit, but it didn't click to me. There was nothing that was driving me to say like, this is your tool, right? There really wasn't. There wasn't anything that was saying like, bro, this is your way out. This is your way out of this fucking suburb, man. And so I kind of, 4 years went by, so I was about 13. And then fucking Enema of the State dropped, bro. You know? And I saw Travis Barker. I realized that this is my way to make it out. This is my fucking way. I've never seen someone look cooler. I've never seen someone with the swag that he had, just his confidence exuding from him, like he knew he was the greatest. And like, I also was really into the fact that like, these guys were supposed to be playing typical easy music, 4-chord punk. And this dude is fucking playing triplets and jazz ghost notes. And I mean, it literally wasn't, you shouldn't be doing that on this shit. And it blew my mind, the dichotomy. I love the dichotomy. Since I was a kid, I've always known how beautiful that was. I've always known how beautiful it was to be born on a farm and act inside my head like I was fucking out of here in the fucking universe. Be in the smallest place, but inside my head was the whole world. And I've always loved that dichotomy. So here's these guys playing like this easy music, and here's Travis just fucking bringing this math to it. It was crazy, man. And everything changed for me right there. And like, I spent probably a solid 3 years of my life in front of a computer with 56K, watching that little bar from Blink-182's performance at Sydney's Big Day Out, watching that fucking bar get bigger and bigger until I could watch the whole show. But I would let a minute load, study that minute for an hour, then another minute load, study that minute. And like, I literally like, you want to know why I picked drums? Can I tell you why also? Drums is the only instrument for someone who has a brain like myself, bro, because I can look at you and see exactly what you're doing. With the guitar, I don't care if I'm fucking an inch away from you, front row, back row, I can't tell what the fuck you're doing. Your fingers are going like this, and half the time your finger is moving and it's not even up on the strings. You're going like this, and literally it's just you getting your finger out the fucking way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, I can look at you and see you're going hi-hat, 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 snare, snare, tom, cymbal, kicks, going like this. Your fucking foot is moving. I can see it. So my brain, the way it works is like, boom. If I sit here and put in more hours than anyone else that would sit here, I can be great at it. If I'm willing to put in the time to memorize what he is doing, then I'm going to get it. You know, and then it took like learning how to separate your hands and your feet, guys. That's it. You got to do 2 with your foot, 1 with your hand. Dun, 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 dun. Once you do that, you can become a drummer. The way that my mind works, there's very few people that I could collaboratively work with and be very happy with the final product. I'm an art fiend, bro. Like I'm really, the inside of my head, like if I was to make a movie, it would be very similar to what Beetlejuice looks like. I'm very into sets and art shit you'd make in art class. You know what I'm saying? That's like my whole style. I call it an art school dropout. That's like what I call my style. And Kels is almost polar opposite, whereas like he's obsessed with the timeless movies. I mean, he knows all the timeless classics. He studies those. He loves the capturing of like an entire era in a piece. He loves that shit. And he's also, of course, he's an amazing actor. So he's like been on many sets before. So when I say like there's a duality and like a yin and a yang going on, like it's very extreme. It's 2 totally different people that see things from totally different sides. And the way that it meets together, it could just be because I absolutely love the kid. I respect the kid and I know that he's a visionary. But it is hard for me to take a back seat ever with anyone in life. With him, I have so much trust and faith in his vision as well that he is maybe the only person that I would let him be like, shut the fuck up, this is what we should do. And I'd be like, you know what, you're probably fucking right, bro. You're probably fucking right. Anyone else, I'd be like, no, inside my head, it says this. And guess who's right? Inside my head. That's what I'd usually be like. But we've built up this faith within each other, whereas I've literally, it's been polar opposite. It's been me telling him, yo, we're gonna do this Concert for Aliens video, and you're gonna be this fucking talk show host, and there's gonna be an evil version of you that comes out, and the audience is filled with aliens, and you get captured at the end. He's going, what the fuck, bro? But he's like, you're a visionary, bro, let's get it, you know? And so it's just like this trust we've built up with each other that I don't think we have with other people. We don't really have that. You know, I think he does now have Travis that he really, really trusts like that. He's got like, you know, I'd say one of his best friends in life is his brother named Slim. And like, these are people that he will really trust. And with me, it's like, bro, like, you know, I'm slowly but surely trying to add more to that list, but he's kind of my only person that I'll be like, I'm gonna let you take the lead, you know? I'm 33 years old and I've been doing this since before I was 15, you know, so put in half of my life for this, you know, half of my existence on this fucking planet I've put into this. I think the people that listen to me, that truly listen to me, that aren't new listeners, I really believe that they want me to win, man. I really believe that they want me to take this to the next level. So I think, of course, like introducing them to this whole background of me, you know, a lot of them really know that. They really know that, like, where I came from, and it's nice just because I've never tried to like pound it home, like, hey, I'm a musician, you know, I'm more than just this. I've never really tried to be that guy. So I've let the people kind of do the speaking for it. But now it's like people are really, really, I guess like the simplest way is like, I want people to really feel feel my energy for like what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I could talk about anything on this new album, and what you're gonna really feel is my energy finally. It's almost like, yes, I'm talking about this and I'm talking about this situation, I'm here and I'm there, but really right at the middle, you're gonna finally feel like my genuine energy. And I think that comes from a different place than lyrics can do. I think that comes from a different place than just a couple chords can do. I think that capturing energy is like a magical thing. And I think that if I had been trying to capture my truest essence this whole time, I would have been able to maybe get lucky a few times. But I wasn't before. I wasn't focused on capturing my genuine, where I came from, bringing it all right there to where I started and where I'm at now, bringing it all together. I just tried it this time on this album. And I think I won every time on every song, because I had been holding this with anticipation that one day it was going to work, but I wasn't pushing it out of me and forcing it out of me. I was like, yo, dude, The Used, I can't believe I didn't talk about The Used first album, but like that changed my fucking life. And guess what? That documentary definitely changed my life. And guess who was throwing trash cans at Burt McCracken while he was recording? John fucking Feldman, okay? John fucking Feldman was the one throwing trash cans at Burt McCracken while he was screaming, yes, okay? And like, I don't know how the fuck it worked out that I'm in the studio with John Feldman making the music that's been inside of my heart since high school. God's on my side, and I just like decided to let God talk, you know? And so I think that's what helped me capture this energy. And of course, John Feldman being the one to capture it was like clandestine. It was made from the beginning to be that way, man. It was made, you know, because if I get in the studio with Travis Barker, who the fuck's gonna play drums on the song? Me or Travis Barker? It's a no-brainer, right? If I get in the studio with Feldman, I'm getting on the drums. I don't know how it worked out like that, but it did. And Feldman goes, get your ass on the fucking drums, let's go. The rest is history, man.